Coach, sending a really small squad, obviously, to Washburn with just Joel, but small squad to Pitt too. Just what do you take away from this past weekend's competitions?
Well, the whole goal with Joel is to get him on the bank. He could have went down to Pittsburgh, ran on their 300 flats. Great competition down there, but the bank is really good for Joel. It's where national meet is going to be on 200 bank, and so Joel went down there and ran great, 21:12 is fast, guys, and got him into national meet for sure, and kind of accomplished that. Then with Dom and that small group that went down to Pittsburgh, the idea was to hit some national qualifying times and get that competition, and specifically with Dom, we hit a number that we believe is going to get him into the meet, but also it's pretty fun to take a win. That's a big meet, and it's fun to have the W.
Mm-hmm. Talk about that, Dom. Re-breaking your own school record, right? So, and obviously, getting the title down there. Just how do you feel? How do you feel your race went? Take us through it a little bit.
Obviously, I felt good, but I'm still trying to get that 6.6. So obviously, it's nice to break the school record, but not the time I wanted. But obviously, I still got a couple more weeks till nationals, so I don't really got to be perfect until then. So.
He just mentioned they're getting ready for nationals, getting ready for MIAA as well. Just what's kind of the lead up to that look like, and what talk about the coming up weeks here.
Yeah, so with these guys, we're trying to get them tuned up for MIAAs. We hosted here at Hughes Fieldhouse, which is a great advantage for us. But not only is these guys get to sleep in their own beds and run on their home track, but it is one of the faster tracks in the country. So we're really excited about not only the track and the venue and how comfortable we are with it, but also with the strength of the MIAA. And it's the number one conference in the country by far, especially in the sprint world. Dom in particular, and top 8, 6, 7, 3. So it is loaded, and that's an exciting place to be. So Dom does have a goal. He just mentioned it. And getting that 6.6s is it's kind of big boy territory, and that's been our goal for the whole year. We know that if you get to the national meet and you're consistently and run fast like he does, 6.6 will get you some hardware, and that is the goal, to get into that final and then put yourself in a position to place highly.
What needs to happen to get that goal? What's kind of obviously 60 meters, small adjustments and everything, but what needs to be fine-tuned to be able to be at your best?
I think kind of just consistency. We kind of 2 weeks ago just started tailoring off on the lifts. I know last week we kind of went heavy again on hang clean, just power clean, but I think I hit 225. But I know that kind of just trusting the form and the technique, and then trusting the training and making sure that I'm good to go. So. Yeah,
that's our goal, right? I mean, so for some of these guys, we are definitely tuning up to be at our best at MIAA. We have a group that we know has made the national meet, and we feel comfortable with that, and they will have a little bit different programming. So Dom will not be completely peaked up for a conference. We are peaking him up and making sure he is at his best at the national meet as far as we can physically as coaches, between Logan and the strength department and us on the track. Our goal is to simply get them ready to run their fastest when it counts the most, and for Dom, that'll be the national meet.
Coach, take us into that mindset there. I mean, MIAA as a track and field conference is a very strong and deep conference as it is, and it's no secret at that. But you keep alluding to the national meet. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You take the MIAA, this conference meet, as a huge opportunity to really just fine-tune and strengthen just as on a higher scale, not necessarily to go in and win as a team every time, but you're using that to compete against some of the best runners in the country.
Right, so track and field is very unique in that we don't have a win-loss record. We don't score most meets. It's a lot of time basis early in the year, and it's place basis later. With the MIAA, we know we have our hands full. We do not have a huge team. We're half the size of many of these teams as far as total amount of people on the team, and we don't do all the events. We don't quite have the resources where we can fill every event, and so we can't be compared apples to apples against some of the teams in the conference that are fully funded teams. Where we excel is we're really good at certain things, and going to the national meet, we can now compete at the national meet against any teams in the country, and we have. Last year, 2 years ago, we were 7th in the country. Last year, we were 6th in the country, and so we will use the MIAA as an opportunity, yes, to score highly. We're going to place highly as a men's and women's teams, but we will not go and double and triple our kids to make those scores to ruin our opportunities at national meet either. So we really feel like we're a national team more than we are a conference team, even though we'll finish highly in the conference as well.
I didn't want to say. Also, next week you do have a home meet. Is it going to be the same? Rundown like Pitt State. You're going to bring certain groups down there, or is it how getting ready for that one?
Right. This weekend is our last chance meet. It's called Friday Night Lights on Saturday, which is a ridiculous name, but we've always had it on Friday, and people now know, as I just talked to Colin about this, people now know why I flipped it to Saturday, and that we did get an invitation to go to Arkansas. So we will be taking a very small group down on a 200 bank track in Arkansas to run and try to get some final qualifiers. That leaves a lot of the kids, a majority of the kids running on Saturday here at home. Very small meet. That is a meet that I love to host. It's so easy. Versus
like 4 hours or something?
Yeah, 3 or 4 hours will be the total length versus 2 days and 14-hour days in Hughes, which last weekend and the weekend before with the Bearcat and the hosting the Heart of America conference for them, it's a long, very hard hosting. This is not that. So this weekend is about qualifying for nationals and the group going to Arkansas, and the small and the rest of the people here at Hughes Fieldhouse will have an opportunity to either qualify for a national meet with several people or qualify to make the conference. So some of our kids, it'll be our last time running indoors on Saturday if they don't run fast enough to make the conference team.